Alrighty guys, so now we're going to be teaching the biomechanics of the deadlift, okay? Deadlift can be mostly a hip dominant exercise, okay? Depending on your setup, if you do something like sumo deadlifts, etc., which will out of the scope of this, is a lot more kind of quad dominant, okay? We can talk about that one later. And what you'll find though with this deadlift, okay, has a lot of parts of setup. So I like to use a tunnel theory. If you go into the movement correct, okay, then you're going to come out of the tunnel correct. Whereas if you go into the movement incorrect, it's going to be a lot harder to kind of get out the other end of the tunnel correctly, okay? So the setup's the most important bit for this. You want to be walking so you're about an inch away from the bar at the start, okay? From that position there, you can either split the ground in half already to go down and grab the bar to create that tension, or you can grab the bar first, whichever. I prefer to grab the bar first. Okay. Grabbing the bar just outside of your leg width, okay? Then, what you're going to do is create that tension by externally rotating into the ground, okay? A good bit is to think about pushing your knees out against your arms to create that tension, okay? Then you'll just sit into it a little bit until you got the feeling of tension in your quads and hamstrings equally. Then what you try and do is basically keep the same trunk angle set up on the way up. So your hip and your trunk segment and your knee segment are all extending at the same time. So again, you're walking up about an inch away from the bar. There's one big bit I missed there actually. Grabbing onto the bar, creating tension, okay? Now, creating tension in your trunk. Have you heard of taking the ting out of the bar, which is that noise there, okay? What you want to do is just lift the tiniest little bit of tension of the bar into the top of the weights plate. So it's not coming off the ground, just into the top of the weights plate. That position there, big breath, is your deadlift. Cool.